Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. If you're new here today, I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review of the new Mattel's Crreproduction line of the original Monster High characters. Today I'm going to be talking about Cleo and Deuce. Obviously, I bought this just for Cleo, but it's a two-pack, so Deuce also came as well. I have two of them. One of them I got from Amazon. One of them is from the actual Mattel website. I'm going to unbox one of these. I'm not sure what this one's screening looks like yet, so I'm going to make a decision once I see all the faces, decide who to unbox and who to leave inbox. I'll take you through the packaging and do an entire doll review. Here's a little overview of the box. Okay, I'm going to unbox my one from Mattel now. I'm a little bit nervous. I hope they have a nice screening. We'll see how it goes. I have my ridiculously sized little nail trimmers here. I honestly should buy some other scissors that aren't kitchen scissors or nail scissors because they're the only two pairs of scissors I have in my apartment, and it's kind of silly, but you know, it is what it is. There we go. Okay, so screening reveal. Are we nervous? I am, at least. I'm nervous. Ooh, and that's the back. These arrived pretty quickly, so I'm not dissatisfied with the speed that Mattel took with these. I'm just slow to upload it because I was working back to back to back, but now I am free to do a review. I feel like these guys look so good in box. Wow, what a face. And I'll compare it to my Amazon ones. Far out. Both of these screens are really, really good. I'm not sure exactly who to unbox. I do feel like I like the face of my Mattel ones slightly more. The box is perfect on both of these. Neither of these have damaged packaging in any way. I think that I'm going to... Ooh, I feel kind of like scared to unbox. I know one of them's kind of come out of box. It's just a bit of a decision. I think I'm going to leave these ones in box because for some reason I feel more connected to the Mattel ones screening. And when I say the Mattel ones, let's be real, I'm just talking about Cleo here. Deuce is just, he's Ken, you know? Yeah, let me take you through the packaging and then we'll talk about unboxing. So I'll take you through the packaging of the Amazon one. May as well. Starting off at the front, this is the classic original style packaging. The only differences is here it says Original Crreproduction. I think that's the only difference. Maybe some of the details on the back are different, but I would like to also clarify that I've never owned these dolls before, even in the original release. So it's not like I have a huge eye for like the minute differences. I'm more looking at them for the dolls. So I won't be able to tell like a difference in the packaging that is a minor one, other than the fact that it's the original Crreproduction. We have the green and yellow half kind of style box. We've got, it says Deuce Gorgon here, son of Medusa. Cleo Denial, daughter of the mummy. Includes Perseus and his set, which are their two pets. We have the diaries. It says includes doll stand and diary. That's what that says down there. And then we have the Monster High logo over here. We have, I want to say that's a basketball and then a diamond. Am I right? I'm not sure. And that little like cutout thing there. The kind of general cutout is kind of like a coffin, and then we have this like wraparound piece. He has stripes and chains. She has like wrap, like mummification wrap and chains again. I do think it's a nice looking box. I love the skeletts. I feel like these skeletts are like such a classic Monster High thing. The skeletts are actually in the slightly shinier finish, as is the actual Monster High logo. And then down here we have a cassette tape, and the cassette tape says the 7th of 2010, the It Couple Mix. Aw, cute. So I guess that's like, there's a bit of a music theme as well. That would make sense, actually. He's got a bit of like a music vibe, maybe, with the like cassette on his shirt and stuff. Going into the back, it says, Monster High, meet the frighteningly fashionable teenage children of the world's most famous monsters. And then we have the bio of Cleo and Deuce on the back. All of the back has this kind of like shiny, matte, and glossy finish packaging. I'm not going to read out the entire back, as I'm also not going to read out the diaries of these characters, just because I feel like everyone is able to access that and you can read it at your own speed online. I think someone has scanned all of the diaries and uploaded them online if you want to search that up. I actually haven't read any of the diaries before. I don't know, it's just not my... It's not why I collect these dolls. Obviously, I'm here for the doll. It says, is there another beast couple at Monster High? We think not. That's all it says on the top. This is what the bottom of the box looks like. It has this kind of like trapezoidal shape. Let's get into it. I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous too. So there's just some sticky tape on the top. But yeah, Monster High chat. I originally bought just the one off Mattel's website, and I bought the membership so I could get early access. So now I'm a Mattel member. So I did end up buying this collector doll, but not using my early access. I actually ended up buying the upcoming Creatures Collector in the just general release, because I believe that was up for 12 minutes when the original release on the like members only was only 4 minutes. This is not sliding out as easily as I hoped it would. I think I'm gonna have to go do some more deconstructing. But yes, I originally thought I'd just buy one Cleo and Deuce, but then I thought, you know what, I'd love to have them in box and out of box. They're gonna be at a price right now that is realistic for me to have them in and out of box, whereas that won't necessarily be the case in the future, because, you know, as they re-release them, I mean, look at the price of last year's Crreproductions. So I just thought I may as well do it now. I do regret a little bit not getting Gulia, and so if I ever have the opportunity to get Gulia, I probably would get her. I was not considering her when I originally shopped on Mattel. Like, when I was buying this set of the dolls, I did not think once about, you know what, I just started unboxing the one that I didn't want to unbox. Am I going to unbox this set? I haven't totally damaged it. There's only, like, sticky tape that I've cut so far. I will just slide it right back into place. Do I do this? Give me 1 second to think about my life. Yeah, I do. I'm going to shut the box. Thank God it wasn't easy to open, honestly, because I didn't want to open this particular version of the set. I wanted to open the other box. There we go. Let me look at the most really closely. I might actually just end up unboxing this one because that happened. No, I really like this one more. I'm going to unbox this one. I'm going to do it. The other one, I undid like 3 pieces of tape, so I don't feel that guilty about it. Yeah, that's fine with me. I'm going to unbox the other ones. Oh my gosh, that was scary. Imagine if I unboxed them all the way and then I was like, wait, that's not the dolls I wanted to unbox. I wanted to do the other one. Very scary. Anyway, yeah, I originally was going to just buy the set that I'm currently unboxing, and then my friend ended up having another one that they offered me to purchase, and so I ended up purchasing that from my friend from their Amazon order, and then I ended up with 2, which is not a problem in my opinion. I also do think that, yes, if Gulia was available, or I had an opportunity to get a Gulia, I would take the opportunity. However, I will not cry if I don't get an opportunity to get a Gulia. I do hope that I do, though, because, I don't know, the way that these have released, it's quite limited in Australia, and I would really love for them to be more accessible, just not only for myself, but like for other collectors, because I know that these went pretty quickly, although not too quickly. Last time these came out, you had no chance. Like, these, it was essentially impossible to get the Crreproductions in Australia. This time, we had a chance, and so I was stoked to have even the opportunity to get these from the Mattel website. Here we go. So I've just kind of taken off all the tape off the side, and then I've opened the lid like this. And ta-da! Ta-da! Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. I'm very happy that I've decided to open this Cleo. I have no regrets. This is the face that I wanted to open. Definitely. That was a bit of a scary choice, but it was the choice I needed to make. Let's go ahead and take everything out. So, I'll show you everything that's on this little pack, cardboard backing. We've got Deuce's stand and Cleo's stand on the sides here. We have the stand bits down here. Something about this is very, very satisfying to me. The stands are in such like a nice color. Oh, it's very nice. We have a hairbrush for Cleo, iconic. I would love a full-size human scale Monster High hairbrush, just in black, just simple, you know. I think it'd be really cute. We have his set. We have Perseus. We have Deuce and Cleo, of course. She's got a little handbag, and we have both of their diaries down here. He's got glasses. I guess that's his like accessory that he comes with. Let's take them out of the packaging. I'm going to be doing some snipping back here. Got like a, I want to say a DH Gate song stuck in my head. That's his stand. His and hers moment. I'm definitely going to have to vacuum my floor after I cut all this though, because just like the amount of small little plastic bits that come out of this when you snip it all. That's the holder of her stand. It's like a really nice gold color, and his is like a lime green. Suits them. I really like that in the originals they did like stands that match their colors. Doll stands and the bases of the stands. So satisfying. Oh my gosh, I'm absolutely stoked with these. This kind of does make me want Ghoulia, I'm not gonna lie. This is my first time unboxing an actual Monster High doll from G1. I have never owned an in-box G1 Monster High doll, except for my Laguna, and my Laguna will not be coming out of the box, and so I've never had a G1 unboxing experience, and this is actually really lovely. I didn't expect to enjoy just the unboxing so much, but here's her set. Her set is like Tiffany blue, and she has a golden tiara on. She has little eyes that are like smizing. I love her attitude. She's so cute. She has a golden diamond that's on her tail, and she's wearing a bunch of gold necklaces. She has a kind of quilted scale diamondy pattern with little dots all over because she's a little bit studded. She is absolutely cool, and is in like a kind of softer plastic, maybe like a resin. I'm gonna get the hairbrush out next. This is the iconic Monster High hairbrush in gold. Ta-da! Oops, wrong way around. No, that's the right way around. Monster High with the skelet on top. I actually really like these hairbrushes. I know some people are like, oh, I don't need a hairbrush every time. I get it. We don't need a hairbrush every time. But I actually think they're really good hairbrushes. Now, funny story about Cleo. My dad actually found a bunch of Monster High dolls in a bag thrown out beside the road. We kind of have like, we call them council cleanups where I live, where like you can throw out rubbish beside the road and the council will come around in the morning and like take it all away for you. And so there was a council cleanup in our area, and my dad found a bag full of Monster High dolls, and Cleo and Nephra were actually in that bag, but they were absolutely busted, like in a condition that not even me, as someone who like salvages some pretty seriously silly condition dolls, I couldn't even salvage these guys. They were missing so many pieces. Their faces had been like the paint wasn't totally great anymore. They definitely had some serious wonk eye, which I'll discuss if this doll has wonk eye in a second when you can see her closer. I think no. But yeah, they were just some really like worn and torn dolls. Anyway, I essentially ended up using them for parts, and I was able to start rerouting one of the Cleos. I think there was just one Cleo or maybe two, but yes. Oh no, I think there were two. Whatever, the moral of the story is it was a reroute situation. Now this Cleo here, she has such gorgeous hair. I kind of want to give it a bit of a wash. It's quite soft. I can't boil wash it. The tiara is incredible. She is she feels so luxurious. This is a very pretty doll. I didn't realize I would feel so regal about her. I'm so glad that this is the one I chose to take out of the box, and I'm so glad I decided to buy her. Wow, she has a perfect face. Is it going to focus on her? Well, maybe if I come closer, it'll focus on the same like wavelength. She has a perfect face. There is literally not one single thing I would move. She is not bug-eyed. She is not looking in 5 different directions. She is just perfect. I will talk you through her outfit once I get Deuce out of the box. Let me just quickly assemble these doll stands. Oh, so exciting. This, I feel like, is just, oh, I'm enjoying this so much, you guys. Ooh, what a treat. What an absolute privilege and a treat to have this doll and her boyfriend. There she is. Royalty. She really does feel royal. Like, this is such an experience. Thanks, Mattel. Honestly, I'm feeling like grateful that they re-released these dolls because I wouldn't have had the opportunity to buy Cleo. I've tried to buy her actually once from a seller in, I want to say, Mexico, and I was scammed. Luckily, AliExpress came to the rescue. Wow. I think it's the gold accents. They really do add a lot. I was like, oh, tinsel. I don't know. Something about this is really magical. And I feel like she has a maybe lighter brown in her hair that I didn't realize as much before. Now I'm seeing it more in person. It's not all black, just brown as well. Also, her skin tone is slightly darker in the re-release than the original Cleo. And it's because I believe they were using the same actual doll skin tone, like plastic color, but with the updated, like that color is now darker or something. There was some reason about it essentially, and so now Cleo's skin tone is slightly darker, which I think suits her really well. This is her handbag. I actually own this handbag from my previous time of owning Cleo from Beside the Road, but this is my new girl's new handbag. I'll put that on top of her head there. Just, oh, whatever. Okay, now I'm going to take out the diary. Can I? Yeah, that's very easy actually. I'll just slide that out for a bit of light reading later. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to have just like the repros. It's so exciting. I cannot wait. I really hope I get my hands on the September lot. I really want to unbox a Laguna because the only Laguna I have from G1 is in box, and I just cannot bear to unbox her because she's, the packaging on these, I don't know, something about these dolls, their packaging is so iconic. It just is so difficult to unbox them if you don't have one to keep in box. I'm not usually someone who has in and out of box versions of things. Like, this is actually the first like lot of dolls where I'm keeping one in and one out of box, and it's just because the packaging on these is so iconic. Most of the time I'm just an out of box collector, but I can't not have this packaging out and on display. And here we go, Deuce, my first Monster High boy doll that I've purchased. Sick. I actually kind of like him. Something about him is very like 2000s. Like, don't you reckon he looks like quite iconic actually? I'm really into it actually. Let me put him on a doll stand. My first Monster High guy. Oh, he has good articulation as well. In the original release, he wasn't articulated, but then let me put his glasses on so we don't all die. Perfect. In the original release, he didn't have articulated wrists because I think articulation only came out in the Monster High boys in, I think it was Jackson Jekyll with like some beach release. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, so it's exciting that the re-release has articulated wrists. This is his pet, Perseus. He's a rat, and something I never noticed because I'm not a big Deuce fan is the rat has 2 tails, and he's got quite an iconic little face. Don't you reckon he looks like a little rascal? He's like, rah. I kind of resonate with this rat. Anyway, last thing to come out with this packaging is just the diary, and then I'm going to be talking you guys through all of their outfits. Just really briefly on the topic of diaries, here's an up close look at Cleo's. It says Cleo Denial for royal eyes only. And then she says it in like French, I want to say. We've got a little record, a little mummy, a little stripy ball. And then up here we have a cobweb, also in gold. And then his is, of course, in green. He's got a green cobweb up here. We have a cassette, we have a snake, and then a stripy green ball, I guess. It says, keep your eyes off my journal or you'll spend the rest of your life as a lawn ornament. And then it says the same thing in French. Something I like about these is obviously that the font suits the characters. Okay, should we start with Cleo first? I think that's what we all... Actually, let's do Deuce because it'll be really fast. He's got sick ombre mohawk hair that's snakes. The snakes are a little bit movable. They're really glossy and shiny and look absolutely sick, and I love it. He has a scale molding all over his head, and he has one earring in his ear that looks like it probably could be removed, but I'm not going to remove it, but it's just a little pearlescent, maybe light silver or just pearlescent white earring. Okay, working down to his face, he's got some pretty bold eyebrows. He's got piercingly green eyes that are like snake's eyes because they have just like the slit for the eye. Also, he has a nude lip and a face that I don't find that attractive. Because boy dolls are a bit to me. He also has a butt chin. But, you know, I had to get it because he came with Cleo. He's wearing this little vest, which has these little stripes, white stripes with little black piping all over it. It's got a silver line down the front that I think is supposed to replicate a zip. It's ribbed at the bottom here in white, and it also has a black line around the top. Underneath this vest, he's wearing a, like, singlet top. It is red. I'm going to just let you guys know that there are little elastic bands on everything that I'm not going to remove because it helps everything stay in place, and I'm going to be displaying these dolls in their original outfits. I don't need to undress them down to their underwear and play around with them. I want them on display in their outfits. So the elastic bands are going to stay on because I'm going to keep them as they come. I just love them. I even love like Deuce right now. Yeah, anyway, red singlet with black contrast stitch. We have a graphic on the front which has a chain, a skull, some cogs, I want to say, and a cassette. He also is wearing a silver chain necklace, which I think is supposed to be the same color as his earrings. So I think they're just both light silver. This is quite a chunky chain necklace. Doesn't connect to the back. It's just like kind of like a cuff going on. He has this incredibly nice gradiented scale print down his arm. On his left hand, he's wearing a fingerless glove, and on his right hand, he's wearing a black cuff with a skull on it. I hope you can see that. It's just a silver skull, and that's actually molded on. It's not just printed on. Then working down into the pants, he has these black jeans with like a stitch down the front, if that makes sense. And they have contrast white stitching, or silver stitching, I should say, contrast silver stitching. And then we also, of course, all over them have these little scales as like a print. He is wearing a belt as well, which I'll take him off the stand so you can see properly. But his belt is a cassette. He has the music theme going, and it is white with silver studs around it and then a silver chain hanging. And then his shoes are like white and black checkered Vans, mostly white with black printed onto them. Silver on the sides here, as you can see. And really like flexible, almost loose, I want to say. Ankle articulation. Anyway, the bottom of his shoes are kind of cool because the print is stars, and I really like that for him. Anyway, that is all for him so far. I will just pop him back onto the stand and show you his sunnies that he comes with. Also, I don't feel like I gave a very good description of his pet, so I'm just going to show you an up-close of his pet in a second as well. If I can get him on his doll stand. Oh, and for removability, there is Velcro on the back of the red shirt. This grey vest obviously opens at the front, and these little jeans have Velcro at the back. He is wearing no... With the Monster High dolls, they don't have printed underwear. They have like molded underwear. He doesn't have like a underwear printed on to him. Does that make sense? It's just like nude. Trying to make him go down a little bit. Is that kind of a Mattel thing? Because I'm thinking about it. A lot of the Barbies I have are just nude. Do you know what I mean? They don't have like printed underwear, whereas like Bratz often have printed underwear, and so do other MGA dolls. Like I'm thinking Rainbow High. Conspiracy. Also, just a little detail, the bottom of the doll stands, I don't know if it's going to focus with the kind of lighting and camera that I use, but it does say Monster High and has like this funky like Monster High kind of print. Kind of reminds me of the back of the box there, how it's got that kind of mishmash kind of 2000s-y just print in general. There he is. He's quite a tall doll, and he's going to stay on the doll stand for the rest of his life now. Let's talk about his sunglasses. His sunglasses are red. They're wraparound sunglasses with a like mono frame at the front, which is kind of like a cool toned lens with a silvery kind of reflection at the front. And these have a quilted design on them on the side. I really like the color of red they used. It's very trendy at the moment. Anyway, I can put these on his head. Nice. I do think he looks better with his sunnies on. I don't know, they just suit him. Yeah. Good for him. His rat is all black. He has one bracelet on one of his wrists, which is interesting. I wish they'd actually painted that sculpted detail. He has an orange mohawk and an orange flame on his stomach, which I guess is like his stomach fluff. He's kind of like got his hands out like this, like he's like, hey. And I don't know, he's just like such a cheeky character. He's got two tails. They're both different lengths. He's got a piercing in his left ear as well. It's just an interesting little character, and I kind of like him. So yes, he will live on, probably on Deuce's feet. That's how they'll live together. Now let's talk about the girl we're all here for. Royalty herself, Miss Cleo Denial. She has black hair with the gold tinsel in it, and it's okay looking. Like, it's not too scraggly looking. I'm not the hugest tinsel fan, but like the gold really adds a ethereal royal vibe. She also has brown streaks as well, as you've noticed, and her headband is really stand out to me. It is like a crown. It is gold with blue stones molded onto it and painted. How does this stick onto her head? Oh, it's just like ends there. She's wearing earrings, of course. They look like this. She has her beauty mark on her face, which is kind of like a diamond. She has amazing eyeshadow and nice brows as well. Let me just show you really quickly. Those are her brows. And then she has light purple and dark purple eyeshadow, and she kind of has gray eyes with green and yellow flecks. She's wearing a ombre dark red lip, and I think it suits her really well. She has an actual choker on, which is so cute. This choker is in the same mummy wrap color as the rest of her mummy wraps are. She's wearing a strapless bodysuit, but then she actually has these clear straps holding it on. And the strapless bodysuit has a blue mesh tulle piece over the top. This actually wraps around at the top in a glitter material, which is like a halter. It wraps around at the back. I love that it's a halter, and it ties up with this black ribbon at the back. If you can see, that's the satin ribbon. And then it has this kind of lace detailing around it as it comes down the front here. So it's opaque here, translucent down here. Underneath, she's got a belt, which is just a gold studded belt the whole way around. There's no other detail on it. This one is actually giving the vibe of like a heavy gold chain, if that makes sense. And then working our way down, she has her iconic cell phone holder on her like literal lower thigh. And then her phone is in there, clipped in. And then there's some buttons that look like jewels on the front. And there's like a hexagonal print on the front. Her phone, I'm not going to take out, but it has a little clip on the side so she can hold it if she would like to. I'm not going to take it out because I don't want to lose the piece. And it's studded all the way around this little thigh cuff. Working our way back up, we're going to talk about, she has this little arm wrap, which is in the same print with these two strings hanging. These kind of tie in with the two strings hanging from the bodysuit, the jumpsuit on her left leg. And then she also has jewelry on her other arm. So she has a diamond and studded golden cuff on her upper left forearm. And then on her wrist here, she has a gold striped kind of cuff bracelet bangle. Working our way down to her shoes. They are, again, styled like mummy wraps. They are platform. There are little gaps in them because they're wrapped around, and then there are little gold studs around the bottom of them. The actual base of the shoe that she's standing on is actually cream. I believe that might be different because I think that in the original one, she might be standing on a black base, but this is actually more accurate to the pictures. If I can just show you very quickly, in the actual pictures on the artwork, she's wearing shoes with a cream base. So that actually makes more sense. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about Cleo. Let's now go into the articulation. Oh, one more thing. The texture on her heels is like wooden or wrapped or something like that. It has like a lines through it. But yeah, let's talk about articulation. So, with Deuce, he has the head articulation, his articulation at the shoulders, his articulation at the elbows and at the wrists. He has normal Monster High leg articulation for a boy, so that's at the hip, knee, and ankle. That's it. That's what he's got. So that's Deuce. And then going back to Cleo, she has all the articulation. That is something I love about Monster High, is articulation is so gorgeous. I love the, not only the molds, like the sculpts of the heads, but I love the actual bodies because they do such a good job with the articulation. You can play so much. Let me just fix up her hair a bit. Okay, so we have the head articulation, we have the shoulder articulation, the elbow articulation, wrist articulation 360 with these hands, which are just displayed Cleo kind of classic hands, because you know some of them have like claws and stuff. I'm just showing that she has normal human hands. She has the normal leg, knee, and no ankle articulation. So yeah, I'm very, very stoked. I'll show you one last thing, which will be her purse. So this is her purse. It is all gold. It kind of has this like plush purse detail where it looks a little bit like soft, or it would be soft. It has black piping coming around the front of the flap. The flap has a scalloped trim and a flower in the center. The center flower has a blue gem that is like a little diamond. It's faceted in the middle, and then it has a loop to hold it by, and this loop has squared off studs on the detail of the strap. That's everything to talk about. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. That is my complete review and talk through of the two Crreproductions that I got this round of Cleo and Deuce. I'm absolutely stoked to have them, especially because Cleo's face is absolutely perfect and is everything I was hoping for. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't get your hands on them, good luck getting your hands on them. If you did get your hands on them, congratulations. Yay, we got them. I'm very, very stoked about these dolls, and I'm very lucky to have one box in package anyway. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time for more related videos. I love you lots, and I hope you have a wonderful day.